Hey guys, US Minuteman here. Today I'm going to show you one of my firearms, kind of a initial review. I've had this gun for a while now. I want to say a little over a year. Or actually just about a year now. So I've carried it, I've shot with it at the range and whatnot. And I'm pretty sure I've talked about it in a few other videos. As you may be able to tell, it's FN Herstal, based in Belgium. They have a plant here, or a factory, I guess, in Fredericksburg, Virginia. So this one was USA made. Always got to support the US made products. So that's always good. So without further ado, this is my FNS 40. Now, magazine is loaded. The chamber is empty. Alright. So, FNS 40. For those of you who may be familiar with the FN line, I believe they started with the FNP series, the 9, the 40, and the 45. FNP was the hammer version of this. This is a striker fire. S stands for striker fire. The FNP was a hammer. So that, I believe, was their first line in this pistol. Now the FNP line went to FNX. I don't know the difference, or maybe there's some sort of upgrades or something that they did. But anyway. So this is the striker fire model 40, so 40 caliber, 40 Smith & Wesson. The one I got was the two-tone matte stainless finish, which I was unsure if I was going to like or not. I'm not really into the whole chrome blingy type stuff. But the matte finish, the matte stainless finish, it really grew on me, and I really like it. And it's a little bit easier to take care of than like a blue finish, for example. Like my 1911 has a blue finish, and that requires a little bit more maintenance, preventive maintenance for corrosion and stuff. But so it really grew on me, and so far I really like this pistol. So as far as this one goes, what it comes with. Comes with the firearm, obviously. Comes with not one, two, but 3 mags. Now, I've never heard of another company that comes with 3 mags, which is really nice. I've heard of them coming with 2 or 1, but never 3, which is a big plus in FN's field. It's definitely helps out. Also comes with interchangeable back strap. Alright, so this comes with 2. You might be able to get more, I'm not 100% sure, but the one that comes on is kind of rounded. Okay, and it comes with a little bit of a flatter one that you can put on it. This is supposedly supposed to kind of mimic a feel of a 1911. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. For whatever reason, I liked this one a little bit better. Yeah, so it also comes with one of those safety lock things that you put through the slide in the mag well. I think almost all guns come with these days, so it's got little FNs, keys, and whatnot. So comes with all the usual paperwork, manual, invoice, safety act. Comes also with, sorry, I hit the camera, spent round. It'll show that they tested it and that it fired properly. So, always a good thing. So, tell you about this gun. It's a polymer striker fired gun. Stainless steel slide, stainless steel barrel. Actually, I think I want to say I heard that the barrel is cold hammer forged, which I've heard is pretty rare in a pistol like this. But as far as what I could tell you about a cold hammer forged barrel, I couldn't tell you the benefit of that. I'd have to look it up. Some of the features on this gun comes with a pick-and-any rail, so you can put your laser or your light on there if you like. This one came standard with night sights, which I love. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to keep them, just because of a couple reasons. For one, the way it's designed, I can't rack it with one hand off my belt or anything like that. I know the Trigicon ones, they have a little lip there where I can just, just hook it on my belt and rack it with one hand in case I had to. That's kind of a tactical thing that you'd have to think about. But coming standard with night sights was kind of nice. So definitely a big plus. And I'm not sure if all of them come with them. Maybe it was just this one that I picked up. But we'll see. Another pro for this gun is its ambidextrous controls. The magazine release, ambidextrous. The slide lock, ambidextrous. And this one comes with a manual safety, also ambidextrous. The safety, it's kind of small. It mimics that 1911 kind of right there. Considering I bought this gun as my first pistol for self-defense, and I was kind of young when I bought it, so, or I guess uneducated about a lot of this stuff. I've learned a lot in the last year. I wanted a safety. I was a little unsure of myself. Now, if I were to go back and buy this gun, I would get it without a safety, because if I carry it, I don't want that safety to be there to possibly hang me up. So that's just a personal thing for me. If you like the safety, then it comes with it. I'm pretty sure you can get it with this particular model without a safety. Yeah, so 40 caliber Smith & Wesson. This gun also comes in a 45 ACP and a 9mm. I believe the 45 is slightly bigger, and the 9 is, I believe, roughly the same size. The magazines, they hold 14 plus 1, so essentially you're getting what, 42, 43 rounds possibly in just what you can carry standardly. Obviously you could have mag carriers and a holster. The grip on this is very aggressive. It's very, very rough. When I first picked it up and I compared it to a few other of my guns, I almost felt like this was uncomfortable. But as I look at it, I realize that, yeah, it kind of is if you pay attention to it, but you kind of get used to it. I have softer hands. I don't like work on cars or something all day, so I don't have a lot of calluses, so that's probably why I noticed it a little bit more. And as I practice with it, do dry fire drills or take it to the range, I get used to it. It's more when I transition from my M&P to this, it's a little bit more noticeable. But the grip, very nice, because you want a good purchase. It helps with a good purchase of the gun. Has a little beaver tail here. Some people like it, some people don't. I don't mind it. The serrations on here, they're okay. They're not that aggressive, but they do have front serrations, which is kind of nice. So if you ever have to do it this way, as opposed to only coming in the back, so you can do it off the front. That's always nice. As far as other features go, it's got a chamber indicator here, a little pop out when a round is in the chamber, and it has a little red dot. So you know, you just look up here, and if it's popped out right here, you know it's loaded. Oops. Takedown on this is similar to a lot of other polymer guns. If you have the MMPs, they're almost exactly the same. What it is locking the slide back, this little lever, push down until it gives up, then put the slide forward. Now, I believe in this one you have to pull the trigger. In the oop, safety's on. Oop. What is going on here? Hang on, I'm having a little hard time here. Alright. There we go. So the slide was wanting to go slightly too forward, so I couldn't pull the trigger. So I just had to pull it back slightly. I'm not sure if that's just me having a problem or if this happens a lot. But anyway, slide comes off. Get your guide rod here. The spring, the barrel, and the slide. The slide has the striker fire components in there. And the frame has the block in there, the trigger assembly and all that. It's pretty standard. Nothing particularly special about it. As far as my opinion on this firearm, I really like it. It shoots well. It has a lot of positives for me, as far as the trigger is really nice, and sorry, there we go. The trigger is really nice for a standard trigger. From what I've heard, it's very comparable to Glock as far as how the trigger feels. Now the trigger, it is a safety trigger, but if you look, it's not like the Glocks that has the little tab in the middle. It's got a split trigger, so it's like a pivoting. I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, that's so you have to engage that part to pull the trigger. MMPs have the same exact style, so if you have an MMP, that won't be an issue for you. As far as it shoots pretty nicely. You know, for a 40, people say that 40s are snappy, and yeah, they kind of are. It's hard for me to compare because all I have is an MMP 9 compact and a 1911 45. So for me to compare 40 to 45, it's different because this is a polymer. My 1911 is full steel, so you know it's a little difficult. But I would say this one is probably the most snappy of my guns to shoot. But on par, pretty close to the MMP, just because the MMP is a compact, so it's very light. But I still think that this one is definitely the most snappy. It has the most recoil to it. My 1911, you know, it's loud, but the fact that it's all steel definitely helps out in the recoil and the muzzle rise. So yeah, I would definitely recommend it. I haven't had any problems feeding or any other malfunctions. I've probably put a couple hundred rounds through it, probably around 300. You know, I don't have a lot of time to go to the range, spend money on ammo that I don't have. but I try to go out as much as I can. And in that 300 rounds or so, I don't think I may have had one stovepipe or something, but other than that, I have had pretty much no malfunctions with it. So as far as reliability goes, so far, again, I'm not going to base the sole reliability on 300 rounds. Really, you should shoot thousands and thousands of rounds. And once I get, a couple thousand rounds out of this and my other firearms, I'll probably do an update of how it performs. Accuracy is pretty good. I can do pretty well with it. It's still harder to shoot than my 1911 and my M&P. Well, actually, it might be easier than my M&P, just because I'm still learning trigger control and grip, and my M&P is really small. So it definitely, when I don't have a proper trigger pull, it goes off a little bit more than this one does. So yeah, this is my M&P. Hope you guys like it. Definitely would recommend it if you're looking for a pommel gun. Maybe you don't want to go with Glock. Maybe you don't want to go with M&P, the Smith & Wessons. This is definitely a good choice after that. And it's kind of a good cross between. It has a good feel to it like Glock. Reliability is pretty good from what I've heard. And it's got a couple features just like the Smith & Wesson. So if you're a Glock and a Smith & Wesson guy and you want to try something else, definitely go with the FNS, either 9, 40, or 45. Actually, I don't know if the FNS, the striker fire, comes in 45. I'm pretty sure it does, but I know the hammer ones do come in 45. Alright, so this was US Minutemen here with another review. Hopefully I can get a couple accessory reviews. I have a holster for this and mag carriers for this as well that hopefully I'll get up here shortly. And I hope you like this video. Please like it, subscribe, share it. Trying to get around, trying to get some momentum going and see how this whole video thing works. Alright, this is US Minutemen. Have a good day and carry smart.